Discretion is advised.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to a brand new episode of Train Simulator 2021, and today we are going to be taking a look at the racetrack route. But we are taking a look at the 1970s to 1995 version of the racetrack route. And I gotta say, it is a phenomenal route so far. A lot of changes that are added to it to kind of make it look like it did back in the day. It is available on the Steam Workshop, and right now it is still a work in progress. So you'll be seeing a lot of bugs, some stuff that's not done yet, and stuff like that. Just a disclaimer, like I said, it's still a work in progress, still being developed. So don't be too hard on the route in the comments saying that this isn't done or this isn't like this. If you guys remember what it actually looks like back then, it is still a work in progress. So without further ado, let us go ahead and hop in the scenario and let's check it out. Although before we actually do get in, one thing I do want to say is that yes, my consist is going to be backwards in this scenario. So usually engines are facing out of Chicago. Well, my lead locomotives are going to be facing into Chicago. Something different. I don't want to see any gripe in the comments about it because yes, I know the engines are facing the wrong way. I guarantee you it's probably happened once or twice on the racetrack. But yeah. So like I said, the engines are facing the wrong way, and I don't want to see anything in the comments about that. But let's go ahead and hop in here and check it out. Alright, so here we are in game. As you guys can see, we have our beautiful Burlington Northern E9 locomotives here. And these used to be the pulling power for BN and Metro trains up until, I believe, the late 90s. So we do have two of them here. We got 9940 and we have 9965. These are available on the Railworks America site, and I will have a link in the description for this and the route. And it does require the Amtrak E8 DLC from DTG to actually run. And we're currently running about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Metro cars, which is about a prototypical consist back in the day. Consist probably even ran smaller. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen too many older videos of the racetrack route. Oh, actually, we're running 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're actually running 6 cars. But yeah, so I believe consists are probably a little bit smaller. Probably during rush hour, it'd be a little bit longer. But as of right now, that is what it is. I don't have the older Burlington or CBQ cars in, so we have to use the newer Nippon Shiro stuff. I know, not fit for the era, but it is what it is, and we're working with what we can. Go and pop this up here. But there are multiple changes to this route. As you guys can see, they are in the process, and I say they. I'm not sure if it's one single developer or if it's multiple people. But as you guys can see, we do have dual signals here. We are approved to run that red, but he is in the process of basically replacing all the signals for the older style instead of like the newer Vader signals, which are these right here, and they're nicknamed Darth Vader. But yeah, so that is what's going on there. So as you guys can see, we have a older signal already set up and going over here, and then we also have older ones over here. But let's go ahead and turn on the lights here. Let's go ahead and check out this route. If I remember how to actually control this one. This one's a little bit of a weird setup here because I'm not used to the older setup here. See if our markers are on. Yes, they are. I still believe that it is a quiet zone back in the day. I'm not quite sure though. I believe it is, but we're just gonna kind of use it as a quiet zone as well. But as you guys can see here, we are currently coming up on the Aurora passenger shed, which if you guys did not know, in the current racetrack route, which is the one available on Steam, like the DLC from, I believe it's something, I don't remember, you actually have to go off onto a branch line in order to get to Aurora now. You kind of have to go off the main line onto like a separate junction or whatever and then get there. But this actually right here is the new Aurora. And this is how Aurora was back in the day. Don't mind that it says Hinsdale. That's just a platform he used. It'll probably get changed to Aurora, but yeah, you guys can see that the sign says Aurora. And this used to be what Aurora looked like back in the day. There was no fancy station stop. It was just platforms just like this. Also, before we get there, one thing you will notice is that Route 59 was removed. It was built in 1989, but the station looked way too modern for what the developer was going for. So he ended up removing it. We do got a clear indication right there. You guys can see we're running the older signals here, and we're going to be running the wrong main, I believe. This is a quick drive scenario, so I haven't been able to actually, you know, set switches and all that. So we're probably going to be running wrong hand main. But that's okay. Got some stuttering issues going on over here, man. What the heck? Looks like we are going to be coming up onto a 20-mile-an-hour zone right here once we get across this bridge here. But yeah, you guys can see there some, like I said, still work in progress, so you will notice some bugs and stuff like that. But we do got like the older style buildings up here, over there as well. So it kind of looks like what Aurora would look like back in the day. Looks like an advanced approach. We are coming up on that 20, so I'm going to start slowing down. Oh, no, 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 no. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't want to go this way. Ooh, man, that is stuttering hardcore, dude. See, like I said, quick drive scenario. Got to check all our switches and stuff. I don't even know what this place actually is. Oh, okay. So we're actually just going down into the coach yards. Okay, we can actually go this way. That's fine. So this was the actual where they would store the trains at from once they came into Aurora. Yeah, we can go this way, kind of bypass the main line a little bit. Check it out. This right here is actually where Aurora would be right now. But back in the day, it's actually about a mile that way. So, yeah, we could actually go this way. This is fine. I thought this was like some sort of junction that wasn't completed, but yeah, this will work. So you guys remember this right here is actually the crossing for the subdivision, or for that Aurora thing. This right here is where the platform would be typically, because that's that crossing right there. But yeah, so very nice indeed. I don't want to be going towards the yard. And of course, you're going to take me into the freaking yard. Man, I hate these. What's the one thing, though, I hate about these quick drive scenarios is because they'll take you into the yard and you can't switch you can switch them, but it'll be a pain. It's a pain in the butt to actually switch them. So we are going to bypass the yard, get back on the main line here. But yeah, just check it out, guys. Look at that. Looks very, like I said, going for a 1970s to a 1995 look of the racetrack before it got modernized and all that stuff. We got a big line of signals coming up, so you guys can see on that HUD screen, we got like a multiple signals coming up. But yeah, it looks cool back over there. You got that, like, I believe that's a church. Looks nice. I don't remember exactly what assets you need for this route, but it is listed on the Steam thing and all that fun stuff, so. But yeah, there's also some descriptions in the Steam thing. It says, for Aurora, there is a single semi-elevated track fading away from the Aurora Roundhouse, which I haven't seen the Roundhouse yet, which I'm assuming is back there or it's coming up. Man, we are really stuttering today. I've never had this game stutter this much. But that connects to the main line to Spring Street, which I'm assuming is that one street that we crossed. So coach and engine coming from the Aurora Suburban Service Station do not have to back up all the way to Eola. Okay, so it's actually back where we started at for the most part. So we did not actually see that part. Spur leading in, so you can access the Roundhouse from the other direction as well, which is where we went. We went through the spur. Past the Roundhouse, gradual split into two mains with access to the Aurora Diesel Shop, Hill Yard, WC Branch, and back to the Eola Yard. There's also a diesel shop north of the Roundhouse, west of Hill Yard, 6 stalls, set of interchanges, surrounding tracks, Hill Yard, and all that fun stuff. So, we went towards the spur, but it looks like we got all clears. All clears. What I want to do is just get back onto the main line, so I'm just making sure that all our tracks are set properly. That's all I want to do is just get back on the main line. Okay, so it looks like all our tracks are set properly. Like I said, it's a quick drive scenario, so there's really no pathing for you. It just kind of have to set your own pathing, basically, and that's what I forgot to do getting into the scenario. But we're not really missing much over there right now. It's like I said, it's just trees and stuff like that. So we just kind of took the scenic detour. The slower detour, I guess I should say. Go ahead and check this. Switches right here. Looks like it's a line. I kind of want to head on back to this track, since that's the right track for us. There we go. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and throttle this bad boy up. Got our coaches following mighty fine. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, the consist is backwards. So normally you'd be leading cab car forward into Chicago. We've used the cab car quite a bit, and I wanted to show off these E8 units, and we never really go from Aurora to Chicago. We mainly go from Chicago to Aurora. So that's why the consist is backwards, is because I wanted to show off the locomotive, and we typically don't go this way, we typically go the opposite way. Yeah, that is pretty much Aurora for the most part. We're coming up on Eola Yard once we get back, split back off onto the main line over here and whatnot. But yeah, we got clear signal, looks like, and we're going to be good to go. One thing I did notice now is that we actually have 7 cars. I thought we had 6, but we actually have 7, which is like a typical racetrack consist right now. Back in the day, I'm not quite sure how many cars they would have used. But as of right now, we do have 7 cars heading into Chicago, and we are just going to be exploring the route some more. Got a random crossing arm placed there, so I'm not quite sure if this is actually going to become a road or what the deal is, because we don't actually have one on this side. Oh yeah, we do. So it must be becoming a road over here. Right now I've got us lined up for center main, so we'll be going down main 2 back up to Chicago. But man, these are some nice E units, man. I don't really remember these because I never really spent time on the racetrack. But then again, they were also retired before I was actually born. So if anything, I would have actually just seen the Metra F40s. But I do got to say, they are some very nice units. I wish I could have seen them in my lifetime, but I know that there's still a few floating around in museums and like being stored elsewhere and stuff like that. But it looks like we do have a new road up here as well, because I don't think there was ever a road over here before. Or at least I think this is a road. Well, it looks like a road. Yeah, it's a road. Cool. So yeah, like I was saying, it's still a work in progress. We're just kind of taking the time to showcase it off a little bit, seeing how different it is from the original or the modern racetrack route. And then we do have a few other routes that we're going to be showcasing. So we have the Cajon Pass, which Cuju, I believe is how you pronounce it, made. And then we also have the Cajon Pass modernized. And then Horseshoe Curve, and then Horseshoe Curve modernized. We had the racetrack modernized. Now we're actually taking the racetrack retro. So very cool. Very cool indeed. We still do have quite a bit of routes to show off. I have at least 4 different routes to show off right now that I've gotten from the workshop or I've had people send me. So we'll be checking those out as well. But looking over here, we're coming into the Eola Yard. I believe it's actually, yep, right there to our left, as you guys can see. But haven't really checked out the thing here, but looks like I got an achievement. This isn't Detroit. Not sure what that actually means. But guarantee you it's some sort of achievement that I'm going to probably look at once we get back, or once we get out of this scenario here. But yeah, haven't really ran anything much Amtrak Retro on the channel, except for the F40 scenario where we basically had to back a train back to Reno on the Donner Pass route. We really haven't done much retro stuff, so that's going to go ahead and change because I've got quite a bit of requests for steam locomotives and stuff like that. So we are going to be doing that as well. Looks like another crossing is coming up over here, which is also brand new. Since I don't think there was ever any crossings between Aurora all the way down to past Route 59 at least. So it looks like it's a crossing on a switch there. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be, and there's the stuttering again. I don't know why it's stuttering, but it is. But it looks like we're going to be hopefully running the center main down. That's what I wanted to do. Because we're not going to be stopping at any platforms or anything like that. Basically, the center lane is the express lane, or during non-rush hour times, the freight lane. Milepost signs. So we got older milepost signs as well. That bridge looks older as well. Looks different than what was originally there, if there even was a bridge there. But yeah, checking it out. There's that stuttering. Jesus, man, that's gonna make or break this episode. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And I'm actually on the 64-bit version, so I don't understand why all the stuttering. But could just be because Train Sim is stupid at times, and that's probably what it is. That's probably all it is. So this right here is actually where... So this right here is, I believe, where Route 59 would have been. I believe, or it's a little bit back from where we're at right now. But nonetheless, it does look a little bit different than what's currently there, so that's really cool as well. I mean, I find it kind of cool that you can actually take like a modern route, edit it, and then make it older. But we are coming up on a platform right here. Or no, we're not actually. I thought we were, but we are not. But yeah, this is actually the first crossing right here after, or like once we get out of Aurora. And it is a quiet zone, so we'll just be turning on the bells and stuff like that. It is a quick drive, so there's going to be no oncoming or opposing traffic, train traffic. You won't see any cars on the siding or anything like that. But I'm hoping that once this game, or once this route is actually completed, we'll be taking another look at it. And then, yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. I've been trying to find more like routes that are in Illinois and whatnot. So this is actually definitely going to be a major, like, I can't think of the word right now, but a major, like, happiness for me, because, like I said, just trying to find routes in Illinois, and it's difficult for anyone to make routes in Illinois since there's really no, like, huge routes in Illinois. Major stuttering again. Major stuttering. But although there is a Metro Electric route that is currently in the works, so I'm very excited about that, as well as someone is actually making the South Shore line, going from where Metro Electric branches off of it down to, I believe it's McCormick, what park is that? I don't remember what park it is, but wherever South Shore terminates to where it originates from in Indiana. And we can actually do South Shore freight operations as well. So I'm like super excited about that. We'll be checking that out on the channel once a beta is released, or once it gets released. Hoping I can try to get my hands on the beta for both of those routes, check them out, and all that fun stuff. So I'm super excited. As of right now, I really have nothing to say about this route, though. Like, I know it's not like 100% done, but it is perfect, and you guys can see there the older station here. So it's definitely an older station. You can tell. Not the new current version of what we have, or what we had over there. And there's the freaking stuttering, man. Jesus. The stuttering's getting old. Yeah, the only gripe I have right now is like the signaling. Sometimes you will see dual signals. There's that pedestrian bridge over here at Hinsdale that I believe is now taken down. I believe. I think that's what I heard. But other than that, scenery looks good. I mean, I don't really remember what it looks like, or I don't really know what it looks like back in the day, so I can't say it's 100% like prototypical, but I know that they are actually trying to make it as close as they possibly can to what it looked like back then. So I'm very, very happy to see that. But BN Chicago Subdivision is what this is called. It was actually one of the busiest lines in the United States. It actually saw an average of about 100 trains per day, and that's including like these passenger services and freight services. It was part of the eastern terminus of Burlington Northern's Northern Transcon, connecting Chicago to Seattle, Washington, and an average of 80 daily freight trains ran alongside 60 BN suburban service passenger trains. So there was actually more freight trains than passenger trains on this route. Current day, I believe there's more passenger than freight, but I don't originally know. And this is actually all from the Steam description from the description that he had put on the route. I'm just kind of reading it off to you guys. And like I said, I'll have links in the description. But line originally opened up in 1849 as the Aurora Branch Railroad. Earliest track went to Fox River from Aurora to West Chicago and connected to the Galena and Chicago Union Railroad today, which is a part of Union Pacific. In 1850, the railway expanded, building the line between Aurora and Chicago and extending westward to Galesburg, Illinois. During the time, owner bought out and consolidated several other railroads and became the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad, which with the CB&Q, there actually is another repaint of this into CB&Q colors. We'll actually end up probably showing that off here soon, or once the route releases, I may try to do that with a CB&Q consist if I can actually find one. But it was the home of the Zephyrs in the 1930s and some of the fastest passenger services in North America. And man, we are stuttering like crazy today. I don't understand why, and I don't want to like restart my game because I'm going to lose where I'm at and stuff like that. And I don't know why it's stuttering so much. I do apologize for the stuttering, but that's something I just can't help. It was home of the Zephyrs in the 1930s and some of the I already read that. In the late 60s, passenger service was in decline. And then May 1st, 1971, as y'all know, that is Amtrak's first day as a official railroad. Most of America's railroads gave up passenger services to what is now Amtrak. Burlington Northern continued to run its local Chicago to Aurora suburban service, which is basically the BNSF, or equivalent to what was running for Metro on the racetrack right now. Commuter trains that came under RTA ownership in 1980. Rail traffic continued to grow, and here is another platform that I believe is not completed yet. It does look a little bit retro, but we still do have like the newer platform lines, unless that's how it's supposed to be. I don't officially know. But that's Lyle right there. So we're just getting out of Lyle. Very nice. You guys can see it still looks a little bit modernized over here. Like I said, still a work in progress. So, but man, this stuttering is going to make or break this game. I swear to God. But traffic continued to grow on the route, increasing with the CB&Q Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy and Great Northern merger in 1970 to form Burlington Northern. BN suburban service was upgraded in the mid-1970s, which gave way to Metra. Amtrak ran 6 trains a day on the racetrack and were quite common. The suburban service was always the little brother to Amtrak, and such received less funding, prompting them to run EMD E9s until 1994. So yeah, these actually ran until 1994. And I thought they were I thought I said they were E8s, but they're E9s. And Amtrak used the brand new 40s up until 1975, or since 1975. So that's a little bit of background on the route. But yeah, this was actually 2 years before I was born. These were retired, so I never got to see them. And if I do see them, they'll probably be like stored somewhere or in a museum or whatever. I don't know what the deal with some of them are, but I did see photos of some of them, and they actually said Mark on the front of them, which means they were sold to that Maryland commuter railroad. I don't know what the story is behind those, but I know that they're stored in Illinois somewhere, and I believe this is Belmont. Belmont, Belmont, Belmont. Very nice. Very nice indeed. But yeah, I do greatly apologize for all the stuttering, so I'm not quite certain what's going on with all of it, but so it looks like we're coming up on a 65 zone. So we're going to start slowing down a little bit down to 65. But here are some updates and changes that he has made to the route. Like I said, Route 59 was removed. Cicero was moved about a quarter mile east of its present location to under the Ogden Bridge. And I will be completely honest with y'all, I don't know any of the locations here. So I'm just kind of, reading it off. If you guys know where it's at, then you guys know. I specifically don't know because I never really took the racetrack route except only once. So, but yeah, I don't specifically know. I'm actually really curious to see how he would move some of these platforms with the road bed and all that fun stuff, or the roads next to it. So this is Downers Grove. It does look retro. It actually does look older than what the Downers Grove platform looks like now. Unless I'm just not looking at it properly. Man, this stuttering. Jesus. We do got some more modern type homes as well, so not completely done, but it still is coming along pretty nicely. So some new stations were also added to the service that were closed back in the day, or that were closed now. Morton Park at 52nd Avenue and 21st Street in Cicero. A station building existed there until the 40s or 50s. Platform and shelter existed until the late 70s, early 80s. Clyde, located between Austin Boulevard and 59th Court in Cicero. And Jesus, this stuttering is going to piss me off. Which we won't hit Cicero, but this is Fairview Avenue. Fairview Avenue right here. Eola, which is another station that was added, was located about 1/4 or a quarter mile east of the Eola Road in the Yard. There was a station until about 1974, and it looks like only certain trains stopped there until about 1980. Austin Western, located quarter mile east of the Farnsworth Avenue in Aurora. Austin Western was a factory, and the stop was for factory employees. Certain trains stopped there until about 1975, and the platform existed into the 90s. Aurora, like I said, Aurora was moved to where it is now. So we have 6 island platforms and 2 storage tracks. Train stopped there until 1980 when the Aurora Transit Center, which is where it is now, opened. So that is that. And then, like he was saying, further, there were some details that were sketchy about about the route. At most, there's no satellite photography at the time, so he was having some hard times trying to find the route, what it was back then. He's just kind of going by probably photographs, possibly by memory, and by other people that remember the route. So he was forced to guess where exactly tracks and platforms were and what their names were. So if something is wrong, don't bash him in the comment section of the video or of the route, saying, hey, this is in the wrong spot or this station is wrong. Just let him know, hey, I know that this platform was a little bit moved to the right, or so and so, this is the name of it, or this is wrong, or this is wrong, or this is where it should be, or whatever. So constructive criticism is always welcome, but I honestly don't think you should bash someone because he did something wrong as to where he doesn't know where they are, because there's no satellite back then, and the photography and stuff, he's just kind of going off of pictures and articles and probably stuff like that. So but yeah, looking good so far, guys. Really is looking good so far. We got some older houses over there. Man, I'm really surprised it has not had us switch tracks yet, but I believe this is Hinsdale, or West Hinsdale. West Hinsdale, that's what I thought. Man, this stuttering. I do apologize, guys. I don't know why it is stuttering so much. I really do not. But I hope you guys are having an awesome Monday so far. So I'm going to have this video go live is on a Monday. I am super excited about it though. I'm really pumped about this route and seeing where it goes. Hoping that release will come soon. But I'm not rushing anybody. I'm just hoping you guys take your time on it and get it so that it's like 100% good, 100% decent route. Now one thing I'm actually looking for is seeing, hopefully someone can actually make the older like Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy, or the Burlington like gallery cars that dominated this route back in the day with Metro. Because the Nippon Shiros recently came aboard, and we had the Burlington Northern Bud gallery cars that were dominating this route back in the day. So I'm hoping to actually see those in game soon. Hopefully. I know myself and a bunch of other people are looking for it as well, or looking for those as well. Because with those being pulled behind this would be perfect. And then, you know, just hoping to see some scenarios for it and stuff like that. I know that there's quite a bit of few for the modern racetrack, so I'm hoping that once this comes out, there will be, you know, more scenarios and stuff like that coming out for it, because I would definitely love to do a stream with this route in the olden days, stuff like that. We do a lot of modern racetrack, but we don't really do a lot of older, like retro, not retro, but like older stuff, so nice to have a change of scenery and stuff like that. Alright, so here we are coming out of Harlem Avenue. Kind of had a little bit of a non-commentary thing here, and Jesus Christ, this is some bad stuttering. I do apologize, guys. I really do. I don't mean to have like a video where it's stuttering, but I really don't want to go and record all of this again. So here we are coming into Berwyn. So we're getting closer to Chicago. We are definitely getting closer to Chicago for sure. And just kind of had a little bit of a non-commentary, kind of like a cab ride, just so you guys can see the route and all that fun stuff for yourself. Definitely cut out all the stuttering that we had during that time period, because there was quite a bit. But here we are coming into Cicero. I believe this is Cicero. Oh my lord. This is Laverne, so we're almost to Cicero. And I believe after this crossing right here, this is the last crossing that we have to face and deal with, if I recall correctly. So we'll go ahead and shut the bell off. But yeah, it looks a little bit different, guys. It does look different from what I can remember. I don't recall this brown factory building being over here. I do not recall it. It might have been. I don't recall, but here is Cicero Yard. I believe this is the platform they were talking about. Or no, this is Western Avenue. Yeah, this is the Western Avenue station. Yeah, there it is. So, definitely an upgrade there, as you guys saw. The platform was taken down. I believe Western actually had the middle island as well. I believe. I don't remember correctly. But yeah, so that platform was taken off there, replaced with two little shacks. Intermodal Yard still the same, except it's all like piggyback now, as you guys can kind of see, with all the piggyback trailers there. Look like little 48-footers. They're technically look like 28-footers, but they're actually probably 48 or 53-footers. But yeah, looking very nice. We're going 70 still, so that's a good sign. But yeah, so this is actually really, really cool. I'm really enjoying the route so far. I'm hoping to see a release here soon. Hoping. But yeah, very, very nice so far. Very nice. I don't think we're actually going to go in the shed of Chicago. We might. Just because I don't really feel like doing that whole 10-mile-an-hour running. So we're actually going to go 20. Between 20 and 25. Alright, sorry we had a lag spike over there. But yeah, we're probably going to go between 20 and 25 into Chicago. I'm not trying to go that 10 mile an hour like they actually have it set. So I feel like that's a little too slow. But it looks like a bridge was made over here and then it was taken down. Wow. Either that or it's like in development right now. But that's actually really cool. Never seen that before either. Got some like shorty signals over here. Those are looking nice. Don't think I remember those either. But yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited. A little Schneider trailer over there, I believe. I don't even think Schneider was a thing back in the day, honestly. But a lot of the parts here actually still look the same a little bit. Like I said, still a work in progress, so don't knock the guy for making things look the same or whatever. Still a work in progress. These bridges are still here. I don't think that would have changed at all. But here we are coming into Chicago. Made our 42-mile trek from Aurora. Man, this stuttering is really bad. I don't mean to post a video with a lot of stuttering, but like I said, I just don't want to get back in here and record all of this, so. But yeah, man, a lot of bridges coming into Chicago. I don't recall this many. Like, I feel like this is quite a bit more than what we actually had before. But I could be wrong, though. And I like how they all got, like, the clickety-clack, like they're going along a switch on the bridges. That's actually really cool. Yeah, definitely a lot more bridges here than I actually remember having. So, that's been updated. I think there's one more up here. Oh, there's a few more up here. Interesting. Yeah, definitely more than I remember. But we are coming up on a 60, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down for that a little bit. Do that throttle to idle. But yeah, guys. Really excited. Very, very, very excited about this. Look at a little forklift down there. That's cool. So we're just going 1 mile over the limit. That's fine. What is this platform? Oh, this is Western Avenue. So that other shack was something else. So this is Western Avenue. Okay. And it wasn't a center island. It was a gate. Okay, so that's Western Avenue. That's that station that they ended up putting in. Okay, I understand now. I had a feeling because that was a little bit too soon for Western Avenue, so that makes sense. We are back on a 60 coming into a 40, then a 35. Man, the stutter is real on this route. I swear to God. Here's a look at the interior of the Metro coaches. You guys already know what they look like. They actually look pretty realistic to what Metros look like. Got even got like the foot luggage racks up here, which is nice. Even got like the little flip dots or the little flip dot sign that the has announcements and stuff and all that fun stuff. So it actually looks really realistic. Really liking it. Liking it a lot. But yeah, all this over here has changed quite a bit, as you guys can see as well. Once we get past all this frickin' stuttering. All of this has changed, man. This looks phenomenal. Oh, so it's actually a 15 coming into Chicago now. Okay, so that's a little bit better than 10. But there is Chicago in the background right there. We have made it into Chicago. You guys can see that Sears Tower, or, you know, the new Willis Tower, but everyone that's from Chicago still calls it the Sears Tower. We got these apartment complexes over here. Very nice. We got some forested areas over here, man. Damn. I didn't realize Chicago had that much trees over here, but I guess it might still be a work in progress, but I mean, it does make sense. Coming up on the Halstead Street platform here. Man, this stuttering is real. Good God. And here is Halstead Street. I believe back in the day, you guys see that bridge that's up? I believe back in the day, around this era, that bridge was actually down and being used. So I hopefully will see that as well. This actually right here is the track that leads up to the CN Chicago Subdivision, because BNSF, right now BNSF Coal Trains actually use this track, and it's for the Amtrak's to be able to get up to like Carbondale and New Orleans and all that fun stuff. So I don't know if CN ever used it back in the day, or the old Illinois Central, but I know BNSF used to haul coal, or right now they do, is take coal trains from the CN and haul them down there. So, but we are coming up on a 25, so I'm gonna start slowing down here. Yes, I understand we are speeding, I know. Luckily, there's no alerter on this train, so we're not too worried about it. And here we are coming into Chicago's Union Station. Now, I don't think anything here has actually changed. As far as I am aware, I believe this actually all stays the same as of right now. Yeah, for the most part, all of this stays the same, it looks like. Except for maybe this right here. This looks different. This must be... Okay, so it does actually change a little bit. Okay, that's cool, though. That is really cool. That doesn't change anything, but this used to be right here is the old thing. 'Cause I do remember this right here. I remember seeing a couple Amtrak trains running through, or sitting right here in Metro and all that fun stuff. So I know that has changed. Running that signal has been denied. So we are going to go ahead and stop it at this signal here, guys. Apparently CUS does not want us to enter Union Station as of yet. So we're going to go ahead and stop it right here. But yeah, guys, definitely enjoying this route so far. Can't wait to see the route map of it, or the road map, and hoping for a future release. Now that PetSmart definitely should not be there, but like I said, still work in progress. There's the Metro Wash, and then yeah, very nice. These are new here as well. I don't recall these being here, so that's new. This whole area right here is new. I'm really liking this thing. Definitely going to take a train through here, because I do remember seeing a couple pictures of trains going through there. And then, of course, I don't think anything... Yeah, everything here is still the same. One thing, though, I do... in my Discord, I did have a friend of mine post, is the fact that these right here actually will supply power to the train. It's like a generator. And then once the train gets pulled off of HEP... you push a button, and then it'll turn that generator power off, and you can supply it with HEP. So, hoping to see that soon as well. Hopefully that can become a thing in the game. I don't specifically know, but hoping that will be a thing soon on the modern route. But that is going to go ahead and do it for this one, guys. Really hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this route. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait for the actual final release of it to come out. We will definitely be checking it out once it does. Hoping to see some more older equipment for Metra, and hopefully Amtrak as well coming with this route too. Even though we have a bunch of Amtrak equipment, maybe new Bud, like I said, the Bud Gallery cars or stuff like that. So super excited about that. But make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord server, all that fun stuff. I will catch you guys here on the next video. Peace.